and welcome back to Rundown. Today we're going to be talking about Save Yourself. Kicking us off, we would hear from the hardcore champion, Patrick O'Reilly, after a longtime friend and partner turned his back on him. Patrick O'Reilly called out EBW, but would get James Cerebro warning Patrick that you don't want the smoke. Patrick would finally get EBW, and when it looked like James was going to side with Patrick to join the fight, James would finally accept the offer from Luke Blaze as Cerebro would join EBW and the beatdown would ensue. Finally, though, Brogan O'Shea would make the save as he is representing XCW, clearing the ring. And that's where Miano Diaz would make a challenge. It would be him and Paybacks versus Brogan O'Shea and anyone that Brogan could find. So we'll find out later on who Brogan O'Shea would choose as we get into our first contest. Hunter Houken once again hosting that open challenge for the International Championship. This time, it would be answered by a returning Leon Lutz, and these two men tore the house down from a technical standpoint. Both men trying to gain advantages. They have very similar styles, and in the end, a double cross body would take both men out, as neither would answer the 10 count, resulting in no winner, but Hunter Houken retaining that International Championship. Next up, we'll see tag team action as Unholy would defend against, at first, only Rob Slater, but at just the right time, Justin Parsley finally returned what Rob Slater was looking for, making the tag and resulting in Justin Parsley and Rob Slater teaming up to become the new XCW Tag Team Championships. However, afterwards, Jaden Tucker would beat down Justin Parsley, revealing that he has joined Unholy, and it seems like DJ Wilbert and Shayne Shaw are far from done with Parsley and Slater. We'll hear from Parsley later on. Moving right along into our third contest as Onyx and Jesse Justice would go one-on-one, but this match wouldn't last long as we would see Mitchell Maverick and Julian Void Jacobs beating down both men, causing a DQ as they try to prove themselves to EBW. Next up, the New Age Championship would be on the line as Corey Lee came out and pondered what was next, saying he's beaten everyone. That would, of course, bring out the New Age Champion Eric Mason, claiming that Corey Lee has never beaten him, and these two men would go one-on-one for the first time as Eric Mason looked to get one step closer to the International Championship, and just when it looked like he had the lucky 7-1, our referee Brooke would get out saying she was the lead official and noticed Corey Lee's foot was under the rope as Ref Festus counted to 3, and this would be where Corey Lee would connect with the FML and make it the end of Eric Mason's New Age Championship reign as he falls one step short of becoming the second man to complete the Lucky 7 rule. We're going to have to cut to our first commercial break, but when we come back, we will have the new XCW Tag Team Champion, Justin Parsley, joining us. Back from our first commercial break, and like I said, we would have the new XCW Tag Team Champion, Justin Parsley, joining us. And you know, Rob Slater has been saying you owe him, and finally it seems like you have paid back that favor. So what finally sparked your interest in coming back to return the favor?
Well, I'm just kind of going under the assumption that this is what Rob Slater wants, because who doesn't want to be linked with Justin Parsley? But on a real note, I mean, Rob did come out. He tried to help me take care of Fletch. He sat through Summer Mania until he cut out right before my match. But I figured, you know, what's the harm in doing a little bit of charity work for Rob Slater?
All right, and you mentioned it's charity work. So why does that have you wanting to do what you consider charity work?
Well, because once you throw some XCW gold on the line, I know there's a lot of championships to get lost in the shuffle, but some of those need the prestige brought back to them, and I figured what better way to return the favor than to see myself front and center alongside Rob Slater if need be and capturing those XCW tag titles.
And you mentioned XCW Gold, of course, this being your first taste of it since we saw you return to XCW. What's it like being a champion?
Well, it's kind of a thrilling sensation. I'm sure. I know you've been there. I've watched you there. It is redeeming at this point, and I think that it kind of proves that when you put in the work, things get done.
Now, after you won the tag team championships, of course, you were attacked by Jaden Tucker. Any words for Jaden Tucker or Unholy, as they seem like they still have their sights set on those championships?
Yeah, I mean, I got a few choice words for them, but I like to speak with my actions. And if they want to keep hanging out at Hot Topic and buying each other their clothes and bringing candy down to the ring and getting new people involved, that's just more people to hurt. And I'm not really about that life, but ACT, I'm going to lay it out there, and I'm going to lay them out if that's what it takes. All
right, well, you guys heard it from our new XCW Tag Team Champion, Justin Parsley, but we are going to have to go to our final commercial break. When we come back, we got a few more matches to talk about, and of course, today's XCW Xtra, one half of Unholy. Shayne Shaw taking on Miano Diaz. Back from our final commercial break, we would see the Hardcore Championship on the line between Patrick O'Reilly defending against the newly EBW member James Cerebral. And when Patrick connected with the O'Reilly factor and it looked like he would continue his reign, Chris Jones would interfere, connecting with 2 super kicks as James Cerebral would bring more gold to EBW, as they now have the XCW Championship, EBW Championship, and the Hardcore Championship. Next up, though, as they're still trying to prove themselves to EBW, Julian Voigt Jacobs and Mitchell Maverick would team up to take on Evan Phoenix and Jackson Law. Of course, Phoenix and Law having some issues between one another, trying to prove who's really the real hero superheroes or cops, and this would result in Julian Void Jacobs and Mitchell Maverick picking up the victory as they continue to try to prove themselves and get a spot in EBW. Next up would be more tag team action. Speaking of EBW, Miano Diaz and Hayden Vex teaming up to take on Brogan O'Shea, and Brogan would find a partner in Jay Ellis. Jay Ellis siding with XCW, but the money would not be there for Jay Ellis as EBW would pick up another dominant win on the show. Miano Diaz and Hayden Vex walking out victorious. On to the main event where we would see Brady Branson defend his XCW championship against myself. Once again, though, Chris Jones having a say in who would walk out with the gold, as he connected with a super kick, and afterwards the beatdown would ensue. EBW beating down myself and making sure that Jay Ellis, Brogan O'Shea, and Patrick O'Reilly couldn't make it to the ring, as they have continued to cause chaos, and I'm sure in 2 weeks we will see them cause more chaos at Outrage. But that is all we have for today. We go into our XCW Xtra, Shayne Shaw versus Miano Diaz.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from parts unknown, this is Shayne Shaw.
Shayne Shaw on his way to the ring, ladies and gentlemen, and as you know, he is a member of Unholy alongside DJ Wilbur and now the demise, Jaden Tucker, and he has found a way to make a splash in a short time here in the XCW, becoming XCW Tag Team Champion. Tonight, he looks to put away another former XCW Tag Team Champion, and none other than Miano Diaz.
Opponent, hailing from Albuquerque, New Mexico, this is the Sauce, Miano Diaz.
Let's go!
And there he is, ladies and gentlemen, Miano Diaz, a man who here lately has definitely made his splash in the XCW. And this is a little bit prior to him joining EBW, becoming EBW champion, as he goes one-on-one with that man over there, Shayne Shaw, as we've seen him come out just a little bit ago. These men meet one-on-one for the very first time right here on XCW Xtra on the rundown. The ref calls for the bell. Here we go. Miano Diaz, Shayne Shaw, one-on-one here on the rundown. And Miano immediately goes for a kick, but it's well scouted by Shayne Shaw, catches the leg and immediately goes for the Boston Crab. Miano in pain, trying to get to that bottom rope, trying to break up the Boston Crab here. He finally gets to the bottom rope, and Shayne Shaw already broke the hold. And now, speaking of break, oh my God, he's trying to break the spirits of Miano Diaz as he chokes him across that bottom rope. Shayne Shaw is on the attack here tonight on the rundown. Hard Irish whip to the corner. Irish whip onto the other side here. And he goes for it, but he connected with that ring post. That may have hurt him. Check this out. Oh, right into the post. Man. Back to live action here. Miano Diaz on the apron. What's he got in mind for Shaw here? Oh, and a big splash. A big crossbody off the apron.
Come on, guys, we need you back in the ring.
To Shayne Shaw. Miano Diaz has found a way to get back into control after Shaw hit that corner post.
Stop that.
Shoulder first. And
2, 3.
Miano trying to take advantage of that, stretching out the arms of Shayne Shaw.
It's up.
Miano rolls back into the ring, break up the referee's count. Diaz now has Shaw in the corner and goes right for the rib section there. Now, oh no, what's he got in mind here? Oh, double from Diaz. He goes for the cover. I don't know about this. Shayne Shaw's foot was under the rope the whole time. Miano Diaz upset, arguing with the referee. Oh, and Shayne Shaw going on the attack here. Shaw off the ropes. What has he got in mind? Nice drop kick from Shayne Shaw as he goes for the cover on Diaz here. 2 and a kick out. Fast-paced action between these two. Shaw now has Miano in the corner, and he's going to give him the same treatment. And there's a double-handed chop, but all it did was piss off Miano Diaz. But it was short-lived. He gets pushed down by Shaw. What does Shaw have in mind here? Nice suplex from Shaw down on Diaz. Could this be enough? 1, 2. Diaz kicks out of 2. Shaw lifting Miano back up now. Miano Diaz trying to fire back, do everything that he can to fire back and go on the advantage of Shayne Shaw. And Miano Diaz just kicking the hell out of Shayne Shaw. Shayne has no way to come back from this. Nearly sent Shayne Shaw to the outside. And there's a scoop slam. Nice job there from Shayne Shaw. And Shaw, what's he got on here? Oh, that may be it. 1, 2, 3, and it is. Somehow, some way, Shayne Shaw finds a way to get the 3 count and put away Miano Diaz here on XCW Xtra on the Rundown. Unbelievable. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time. Thank you for joining us here on XCW Xtra, here on the Rundown. We are happy to see you. We'll see you again in 2 weeks here on the Rundown.